Well, that was weird. Um, hey, YouTube. Sorry for the camera shaking there for a minute. Today I am going to discuss something that literally gives me a literal migraine. When you meet those people who say they will help your person who has this, your kid or whatever, who has a disability, and then come to find out their way of helping is to literally tell the kid how to live their life through literal no through a lot of, I'd say, very stupid methods, like really immature ones too. Basically, what I'm saying is, whenever you're looking for a helper for your kid, do not go with those people who sound really sarcastic. Do not go with those people who sound really sarcastic when they talk. Now, see, yeah, I do sound sarcastic sometimes when I talk, but I'm not being sarcastic. This actually does happen. It's happened to me sometimes. Well, friends I know of. As a matter of fact, I have this one friend. I'm not going to disclose any names, but I have these few friends. Me and a few of my other friends like to stick up for a lot of our friends. But see, the thing is that we run into a problem with. We always run into those disability people who have negativity on their minds 24/7. It's mainly because something tragic happened in their life from a guy who tried to help them but failed terribly. I am going through that right now, to be exact. Though I'm not going to talk about the subject. And I can totally see why these girls don't talk to him that much anymore. Because he's kind of negative, always. But if you ask me, I guess I kind of see it as a good thing sometimes. I mean, he's at least expressing his feelings. But I don't see the thing of him always being negative. So, yeah. Make sure the guy that you get the help is not always negative around the guy, your kid or adult or whatever. Because if he is, you're going to get somebody who's real negative themselves. Now, see, I try my best to be the most positive person I can be. I got three friends of mine at this church I go to. They're all three girls, but they're like extremely positive. One, I don't get to see her that much because she's like always busy. She's like an extreme busybody, which, I mostly just ignore that, but whatever. The other two, one's like extremely nice and gentle and kind and everything else in general. Like, you can explain anything explain, and she will put it in the most positive way possible in her mind. This other one, which is the youngest one, although they all share the same trait, so yeah. All three of them can understand me to a key. The only thing they can't understand, the only thing it seems like the youngest one can't understand sometimes, is the thing where I go off and I go into defensive mode over whoever wrongs me. The other two can understand it, though, which... But yeah, just don't look for those people who don't want to act like they want to help, but in reality, they don't. Trust me, in reality, they don't. In reality, the people who say they want to help and then literally try to change your kid and or adult who has a disability is lying to you, because they're going to try their best to do it through abuse. Now, I will say this, however. If the person that you find that wants to help you out with your disability person / kid / adult, you have to look for a few things. Basically, you have to look for, number one, if the disability person is their own guardian, the helper encourages it tenfold. Okay, there's three things. So yeah, listen to all three. Number two is really supportive of whoever they're helping out and will help this person solve any problem they have. I'm going through that right now. I have a bunch of people at a church I'm going to helping me solve a problem I am going through. So yeah. Number three, if they talk extremely positive and there's not a single negative word coming out of their body. Like, if they can take a compliment really good and give out a compliment really good, that means that they're actually doing their job. Now, the ones you don't want are basically the ones where they say they're going to help, but then they go behind your back and your disability person's back and do the exact opposite, therefore ticking the person off. Therefore ticking the disability person off. So, yeah. Do I think that is right? No, I do not think you should tick a disability person off at all. I think that you should be very careful with what one you tick off, because you never know what they can have at all. Me, I have ADHD and I have autism. There are people who have worse than me, and I'm friends with them. I mean, when I was in high school, I became friends with my bully just because he cheated on. Just because my girlfriend at the time cheated on me with him, which made me and him become best friends. Just because of that. If you're just the way a person can form a bond like that, then who needs enemies? Seriously, I've had so many friends betray me because they don't get why I get mad sometimes. I get mad when I see people with disabilities get abused, get told how they should live their lives, even though the person who's telling them how to live their lives has no idea what they're talking about. My cousin knows exactly what he's talking about. There are some people in this world who they'll get the job of helping a disability person out, and they won't know what to do or what advice to give them, and then half the time their advice will be extremely bad. Lately I have met this preacher that I have gotten to know a lot about. He is the most positive, funniest preacher I've ever met in my life. I get every single one of this guy's lessons. I understand all his lessons. Not just because he's just because he's close to my age, because the guy's in his 30s. And I'm 26, so. But also because he does a devotional where he helps out young people like me understand the Bible. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole religious speech here. Okay? I'm not going to do that. Because I might get demonetized for it. I don't want to. So, yeah. And lately, he's been helping me out a lot. He's actually shown the stuff you have to do to get to know somebody who has a disability. Like, if you meet a person who has a disability and you literally show interest in getting to know that person, they will respect you so much that you will get random acts of kindness out of them. But if you do the exact opposite and not treat them like a human being, because that's all we want. We want to be treated like a human being. Okay? We do not want to be treated like we used to be treated, by treating us like some kind of science experiment, like we were before a long time ago. I swear sometimes I feel like the world is going to go back to that. I hope that does not happen. But, yeah. Just, if the person is willing to get to know your disability and is willing to get to know you, that person is on your side. But if that person comes up to get to know you and like a few weeks later they accuse you of doing something you're not even too sure if you actually did or not, then they don't want to, then it's not really helping you out. I would say you have full permission to act in the best way you can. Just don't go too far. Okay, we do not need another incident like we had in Florida. That thing has already spiraled out of control. I mean, we already got teachers that have threatened the students. We already got some teachers that have threatened their students, or it might even be school boards, I'm not too sure, with getting suspended and expelled. We do not need more of that. At all. Just do it the best way you can do. Like, if you have to get other people involved to help you out, do that. Okay? I got this really good friend of mine who's, yeah, he's bald, but he's young. He is extremely wise. And he's not that sociable either, but he's still wise. And he still knows what he's doing. He's even got a few little kids who I would have to say I am literally amazed at how energetic those little kids are. But yeah. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, but then again, I've met so many disability people in my life. I've met people with Down syndrome and everything else. And I've always wanted to help out. And through these videos, I'm able to help out. So, yeah, I mean, I help out people like me every day. I'm basically saying, when you're looking for a helper, don't look for the person who tries to make up things that they've gone through. Like, for example, a guy I met a while back made up a disability. Now, the only disability I've heard of that can eventually make you fatter than you are is compulsive eating disorder. I don't know if this guy has that or not, but he told the whole school that when he was younger, he was heavy. And that was his disability. See, the thing is, I have never heard of a disability that requires fat. The only ones I've actually heard of that do that are ones that you have to take pills that will make you that way. Or, which I don't know why this guy wants to shove pills on everybody, if that's what actually happens with some of the pills nowadays. But hey, I'm not him. So, and if I was him, I'd be doing the smart thing by looking up what the pill does before I put it on somebody, or I say that they need it. So yeah. But yeah, he made up this thing, and now, yes, he's a little heavy, and he's a chef, but he doesn't eat as much as he used to. So in my book, that means he wouldn't have compulsive eating disorder. So, hey, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't really think he does. So I think he's a fake. So yeah, if they make up some kind of disability, don't believe them. Like this compulsive cleaning disorder thing. I did not know what it was at first. I will say that. And then I found out what it was. And I've started to think, I think this disability needs a different name than compulsive cleaning disorder. If anybody out there has has the compulsive cleaning disorder disability and can think of a different name that goes with OCD, or just something that would mean it, that would describe it way better than that does, please tell me, because that does not make sense to me at all. Okay, I have finally found out what that disability is all about. I used to count it as not a real disability until I figured out what it was all about. So yeah. So and also make sure your helper can, if you do have a helper, make sure your helper can memorize every little tidbit about the person's disability that they're helping. Because everything counts when you're helping a disability person out. Everything. Even knowing how high functioning they are. Like, for example, me. I'm really high functioning for a guy who has autism and ADHD. So high functioning, I literally find it funny when people come up to me and they have no idea I have a disability until I tell them. And then it's like, wait, you have a disability? Oh, okay, maybe I should change my attitude now. No, you think? And the no, you think is what I'm saying in my head. So yeah, if anybody's getting forceful with you, do not let your parents say it. You say it yourself. Tell them you have a disability. And just see how long it takes them to actually calm down. And try your best not to laugh. I would be surprised if you actually did not laugh. Because I laugh all the time about it. But hey, that's me. Gosh, now I'm not too sure what else to talk about. I mean, my friend wanted me to make this a 45-minute video. But I don't think I can keep your guys' attention that long because I can't even think of what else to say right now. So all I'm going to do is say this. If you like the video, please comment, subscribe, and click the little bell icon to get notifications. Now, how you subscribe is you click the red button and make it white. And then a bell will appear with no lines on it. You click it, and it suddenly has lines on it. And then you can choose what you want to be, how many times you want to be notified with every new video, old and new videos. I think there's a third option, and I think that's none. Why none is on there, I have no idea. Like, why would you subscribe to somebody if you don't want notifications on them at all? When you click the bell icon, if I subscribe to somebody and I click the bell icon, I'm definitely not going to push the none button. Because I want to watch that person and get their opinion. But hey, I'm not YouTube. So yeah, I'm just a YouTuber. So yeah, there's a big difference. See you there. This is Skull King Banks signing out.